double diamond, Ganesh.
Who's excited? You know what? New diamond recognition is always special. I hope you got the dream, right? All these new diamonds, 4 new diamonds. I'm super excited to just share a few things with you all. My name is Ganesh Shenoy. By education, I have a master's in mechanical engineering. By profession, I used to work in recruiting. I used to recruit for Ford, GM, and Chrysler. But I've been in the business for some time, almost 14 years of freedom. You know, I joined the business at the age of 24, walked out at the age of 30. So if you're here for the first time, I just want to let you know it's an awesome opportunity. You know, you may not have liked everything about the business, everything about the products or whatever it is. It doesn't really matter because, the end result is phenomenal. Now looking back, hindsight is 20/20, right, they say. Looking back right now, I feel, oh my gosh, like all these diamonds said, if I were to know the end result, I would have done it much more faster, right? You heard so many of them say that. Same thing, if I were to know what I know today, I would have done it a lot more faster. I would have been a lot more serious about the business. I would have been a lot more focused about the business. And I hope you understand that. I hope sitting in your seat right now, you realize the urgency in which you need to pursue certain things, especially when this has been offered at your age right now. I'd just like to kind of talk about different stages of building the business. And, when we all get started in that business, we all think that it is a people business. Yes, it is true. It's a people business. You deal with a lot of people. Even though people move the products, you still have to deal with the people. And that's how we began the business. We do the 4 basics. We talk to people. We sponsor them. Some of them stick in the business. Some of them don't. The business goes through stages. First stage is the addition stage, right? You add, from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 10, kind of like a little bit like an uphill battle because your business is still not having traction. And a lot of times, you change so many faces. Sometimes the same people don't come into the next meeting. Am I right? Some of you had 2-3 IBOs probably last event, and this event, once again you have 2-3 IBOs, but the faces have changed. Okay? Some of your upline has a different business because even you are not there in the last business team right now, you are there. Things like that, it happens. And, that's the nature of the business. Any business for that matter. And that's the addition phase. And, it's like snake and ladder. How many of you have played snake and ladder? You played snake and ladder, right? You throw the dice and you go through. Suddenly, sometimes some people, get a ladder right away. And they go jump to 30s and 40s. And some IBOs, in the first phase, they have momentum. They sponsor a whole lot of people. And sometimes you wonder, man, I got a snake and this guy has a ladder. Am I right? And every time you go to 20, you once again go back to 1. Go to 20, once again you go back to 1. You sponsor somebody, then he fades away. You sponsor somebody, he fades away. And somebody else who started goes up to 30, 40, 50, and he's almost reaching the 100. 100 is a platinum. Okay, and you are right there, stuck right there. But first thing is that stay in the game. Stay in the game. Don't, even though your business is down, you mentally don't go down. That is the stage where you got to be mentally tough. So the first 1 to 2 years in my business, it was like that. It was like a revolving door. People came in, people went out. Probably the first 1 year in the business, I sponsored 30, 40 people. But if I look back, quite a few of them, most of them are not even in the business. But if I take that year out of my business, I would not have become mentally tough. I would not have become what I am today. So every person coming into your business has a role to play. And you got to understand that. So addition phase is the hardest phase for most people. Hardest phase. Until 1000 PV, you are kind of like that. You are dealing with so many people who are asking you the same old question. Prices are expensive. Sometimes you wonder, man, can you ask me some other question? Why ask the same question, right? Because the nature of the pin, until 1000 PV, 1000, 1500 PV, you are like a joker. Everybody laughs at you. Okay, everybody laughs at you. Some of your downline who's 300 PV, even he laughs at you as if he's a prospect. Right? Gone through that. Like you are going around, you're showing the plan and you're doing that. And your 100 PV and 300 PV guys are also not core. Even though they are IBOs, they are actually prospects. Right? They're checking you out. Right? We have been there, right? As a 100 PV, we have been there. You know how we were thinking as a 100 PV. Sometimes, we were doubtful. We were checking our upline. Same way, your downline is going to do the same thing. And it's a nature. Addition phase. Same way, upline is all pumping energy to you. Upline is like, proud of you. Come on, join us. You can do it. All the stuff. And you are thinking, man, I wish you say the same thing to my downline. I'm all set. The real audience is my downline. Don't tell that to me, right? Okay? Right? And you are like, man, I have been a guarantee for my upline. I don't have any guarantee. How many of you feel that, right? Sometimes? Man, my upline is lucky he found me, but I don't have anybody. Look at me. I am so positive. I take order function tickets on time. My upline is lucky. And my downlines, if I show them the ticket, they will not see my face for the next 10 years. Right? Nature of the pin. Don't stay 1000. Hurry up and move on and have somebody else be the 1000. 1000 is like a positive shocks from upline, negative shocks from downline. Right? All uplines are creating a pull. And all downlines are also creating a pull. And you are stressed, man. Right? 1000 PV. Right? And then you move to 1500, 2500 PV. At the time you reach 4000, guess what? Your business is starting to change. Until then, you are everywhere. If you are not there, your business is not there. How many of you know, 1000 PV guy, you go on a holiday, your whole business is on holiday. Right? You order products, your downline orders product. You don't order product, your downline doesn't order product. Right? You feel like they are like organ of your body. Your downlines are organ of your body. It's like, if you're not there, they die. Right? That's how it is. We all have been there. It's hard, but we all have been there. You move through it. Move through it. Okay? How long? Whatever it takes. Now slowly at 1000 PV, you might have maybe 7-8 people in your team. All are dependent on you. And you are one person, which is you, who are running the show. So as you move on to 1500, 2500, you are around 20 now, 3 people are running the show. And that's how network marketing works. Then you realize, you know what? This business is not just about people business, it's about a business of building teams and developing leaders. Now your total perspective about business changes. There is income, there is money to be made, big time. You see, you heard in the afternoon, 40 billion, they have given it to IBOs like you and me. So, 40 billion, somebody has made it. A lot of people have made hundreds of dollars. A lot of people have made thousands of dollars. You know that. You have seen the Achieve magazines and whatnot. So you cannot deny that there is no money. You got to understand how to put a team together so that the volume is created consistently, so that compensation is done consistently too. So the battle in this business is not about whether there is money or not. The battle in the business is how to put together a team such that you can have a pipeline of income. End of story. If you get that, you win it big in this business. Now, if one person has done it, anybody can do it. There's no rocket science involved here. I had to figure it out. It took me almost 3.5 to 4 years. Q12 combined together 5 years to figure out this business. 3.5 to 4 years. Okay? It was a slow start. Like I got a snake all the time. I hardly had a ladder. In my team, Rashmi and Smita, you saw, right? They went Q2 in 18 months. They went almost quite fast. Okay? But you will get a break. No doubt about it. The biggest ladder in this business is your upline. That ladder will take you all the way. Okay? In my case, it was Raj and Sangeeta Shah. Took me all the way. Okay? They kind of guided me. And the biggest snake, in a snake and ladder, on 99 there is a snake. How many of you know that? It'll take you all the way back to 1. Right? And who's that snake? Don't look at your downline right now. He's not the snake. No, it is you. Your attitude about the business is the snake, biggest snake. It is a killer. A lot of IBOs have the potential, but they don't have the attitude to maintain the business. They give up too soon. Give up too soon. My upline gave up when I was a 600 PV. The sponsor. My sponsor said that this business would not work. He said, you know what, Ganesh, don't worry about it. Forget about it. I said, no, I have seen enough. Renew, buddy. I told my upline, renew. Right? In my case, I had to, upline, come on, do it. He didn't even listen. He quit. Today, look at the size of the organization. Double diamond, EDCs, diamonds, so many. Such a big organization, he lost. Right? So don't give up. That's the biggest lesson I've learned is don't jump out of the boat. Thinking that you can swim. No, you're better off in the boat. Okay? You may not like all the people, but you're better off in the boat. And that's the first stage. Now, at 4,000 or so, your business will change. When you are showing a plan in one living room, in your team, there are some other people showing a plan in some other living room. Your business starts from addition, slowly it goes to multiplication. It multiplies. When you're in getting some IBO started, somewhere in another place, there is another IBO getting started because of your downline. You are talking to a team of 4 or 5 people, and then there is another place where your downline is talking to a team of 4 to 5 people. Duplication kicks in. Now slowly, your business is no longer completely dependent on your physical activity. It's also dependent on your mental activity. That means that on the way to show the plan, you're counseling one of your downline. You know what? For this month, this is if you can do this, you might be able to reach the bracket faster. On the way to a plan, on the way back from a plan. So there is a movement of people. There is a team being built using the words, not just using the marker. And that's a beautiful stage in the business. And everybody who stays consistent will go through that stage. So do not give up too soon. That's a multiplication stage. It'll take you from 4,000 all the way, 7,500 and beyond. And that is a beautiful stage. You will work hard, there is no doubt about it. You will work hard. You will still be working hard. Some of these emeralds are working really hard. Some of these Q12s are working really hard. But it's okay. It's a beautiful way to live a life. You're hitting it hard in the daytime at the job. Whatever it takes. Evening time, 6 o'clock, you're hitting it hard in the business. Sometimes your life probably might get out of balance. But it's in a beautiful way. Why? Because you're looking forward to it, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. And that's how you get platinum done. Sometimes you wonder, man, when will it ever happen to me? I can imagine happening to my upline, I can imagine happening to my crossline. When will it ever happen to me? Will I ever be on the stage? Sometimes we always underestimate ourselves and overestimate other people. But don't do that. We are no different. We have been on these colosseums and auditoriums and convention centers for too many years. I've been in the business 20 years. Last 14 years I've been full-time. I walked out of my job the same year my dad retired in India. I've seen business as a prospect, seen as a student, seen as a working, recruiting manager, and for the last 14 years, no job. So it is easy enough for a winner to do it. It is tough enough for a quitter to quit it. So it's like a litmus test. Okay? So the biggest variable in this business is not at all your downline or upline or a Amway business. Your variable will always be you. Eventually, you will come to a conclusion that if I have to change my business, I have to do it. When you get to that conclusion, guess what? You have it. Because when we get started, we think that Amway is a business where if I am able to have a big downline team, I am able to build a big business. I am all set in life. That's what many people think. They think that, it's a people, okay, let me, sponsor some of my best friends and they will eventually build it. If I sponsor 3 people just like Bill Britt, if I sponsor 3 people just like Paul and Leslie Miller, if I sponsor 3 people just like all these new diamonds, I'm all set. That's how we all get into the business. We think that other people are better than us. Okay? But that's not how you go diamond. You might go emerald by luck like that, but you'll never go diamond like that. It's always about you. And that is a crossroad where you have to get to. Where you completely say, yes, I understand it. I have what it takes. I am ready to perform. I am ready to do it. There should be a calmness about the pin which you're shooting for, about the pin which you want to achieve in the next month. There should be certain calmness. That calmness comes through mental consistency. You have thought about that pin over and over again. If your goal is to go 7500, you have exercised your mind about that 7500. You have thought about it. You know exactly what phases are going to come into your business. You know exactly which living room and den you are going to enter. You know exactly when you pick up a phone call what to say to that downline IBO. That is how you get that calmness about the pin which you are shooting for. The pin which you are shooting for should not give you a flicker in your heart. Man, how am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? No, you should be calm about it. And that is a stage. Understand, 7500 PV, Q12, with 3 to 4 legs, it's a good income. You know what? That's a good business. In my case, to get Q12 done, it was totally a 5-year deal. 5 years. You know what? I did not regret at all. I never gave deadline to this business. If I don't achieve in 5 years, I will quit. Otherwise, show it to me in 5 years. No, that's not how businesses work. They do whatever it takes. Look at Apple. The iPhone came into picture after decades of existence of Apple company. Decades. The biggest Corvette General Motors has ever made came in 2014. The best Corvette ever. They've been in existence for last over so many, close to 100 years probably. Understand, building business is different from having a career. Businesses can be given to the next generation. Look at right now, JP and Ritu Kapoor, children, Jeet and Anisha, a son and daughter, having the thought process of becoming an entrepreneur and not just piggybacking on mom and dad's diamond ship. They themselves building a diamond ship because they understand that maturity has kicked in at the age of 12 and 14. That's a generations, right? You passed it on. You cannot have that in a career. So what you are trying to build right now in a Colosseum, Memphis, Tennessee, October 2014, what are you going to learn? The way you are going to put teams together, it's not just going to impact you, but generations to come. Your son and daughter or somebody whom you are going to will the business are going to be impacted. Instead of taking this direction, you're going to take this direction in your family. So understand that this is not just a business. It is a powerful opportunity. It is something which I hope you see the end result. And that is important for an IBO to understand it. Because we say sometimes, most IBOs do not understand the power of this business. Most IBOs. Because they're not taken time to think about the business. And then the last stage, you go from platinum to emerald and diamond. There will be a time where your downline will walk in some grocery store or something, and he has to remind you that he's in your team. Other than that, you may not even know. Isn't it a good situation? Right now probably you know every one of your downline's name, because your team is small. You know their date of birth, anniversary, which office they work, their phone number, home number, social security number, everything, because you have a smaller team probably right now. But sooner or later, your team will be so big that somebody walking down, he will say, hey, I'm a silver in your team. And you'll be like, oh, is that so? Proud of you. Keep it up. And those days will come. And a lot of people backstage are in that situation. It may not come overnight, but it will be there for you. So you got to understand, what is this business all about for you? This weekend, if you don't get all these messages, you'll be like, man, they motivated me this weekend. There were some new diamonds, they motivated me, and go back home and do the same old. But if you really understand the depth of this, you'll be like blown away. Function like this in Richmond, Virginia, almost 19 years back, changed my entire life. It gave me a whole new meaning to this Amway business. And came back and really hit it hard, guys. I'm telling you, it is mind-blowing. Some of the people may not come the same year. When you're mentally, you are ready to give up, that is time when probably some of your best legs will come up. I remember sponsoring somebody who sponsored a couple called Bala and Anita. It was in Houghton, Michigan. There is a saying, end of the world is 4 miles, Houghton is 6 miles, something like that. Because it's so far. And it is so cold. And from there, and today, that organization has several emeralds, Bala and Anita, diamonds, IBO, qualifying founder diamond next year. And Paras and Hethel, qualifying founder emerald next year. And Joy and Vandana, new emerald. Raj and Sunita Nambiar, emeralds. So many legs from that one couple. Look at the power of the business. Hundreds of people everywhere. I sponsored my best friend, Vivek and Shanti. Next year they'll be in diamond qualification. They have a downline here, Ravi and Aarti Chawla, founder emerald. You know what? Sometimes I ask, where were you guys when I wanted you the most? They all came later on. I sponsored my roommate. Can you believe that? Sometimes roommates are the last ones to get started. In Wayne State, we had 6 roommates. Pramod gets started. And from that right now, the emeralds right now, Murli and Archana, Himanshu and Chavi, Sudhira, so many. In India, we have an emerald coming up soon in that leg. So, it's crazy. You stay in the business, renew. That's the biggest thing. Even today, every day I go and check. That's my job in Amway is to check whether my business is renewed in all markets. That's the biggest lesson I learned. That stay in the game. You never know when, how something will pop up. Because every time there will be somebody somewhere, someone will catch the dream and build it big. And it will happen to you. The best priceless moment is not about being a millionaire or something like that. The priceless moment is when your family understands what you're doing. Am I right? And the day will come. Some of your best friends or so may not understand the business today. Don't pressurize them. My parents never understood the business initially. But today, they're the biggest promoters of business. They don't promote in front of me, but behind me they say, you know what? You got to do what Ganesh does. Before they used to say, no, you become a doctor, engineer, something like that. They felt business was taking away my eating habits, my sleeping habits, and it was driving me crazy. That's what they used to think. Every time 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I come back and go to office at 6, 7 in the morning. But things will change. Today, they fly only business class. My dad is 81, has an earphone and stuff like that and listens to music. At my home, they live with me. And sometimes when people come out, they don't know who's the owner of the house, him or me. Intangible benefits. Kids understanding the future because of the Amway business. Amazing. Way Aditya and I sometimes talk to me, it's like, man, for that I would rather go diamond one more time. For that itself. Them getting an entrepreneurial mindset. Them understanding the impact of one person's dream. Look at our existence today. Because 1969, Bill Britt signed the dotted line, we are here. Even after he has passed away, we are here building our business. They say, right, legacy continues. Exactly. This is where it is. Legacy is continuing right now. Bill is no longer there. Legacy continues. Britt Worldwide. We were last year, I would like to wrap it up by saying this. Last year, one of Craig and Kerry's downline qualified, Vivek Khatri, qualified for this promotion. And along with him, upline Diamond has to go. Smita could not go, so Rashmi came. I was tagging along with Rashmi. So we all went. And in Brazil, okay, Amway is taking us to this soccer game, World Cup soccer. Uruguay is playing UK. And after the match is done, we all were in the VIP section. And in Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil, it's in a southern hemisphere. When it is summer here, it is winter. When it is winter here, it is summer there. Totally opposite side. 10 hours of flight. And there, okay, and the crowd is coming out. Thousands of people, 60,000 people in World Cup soccer match. They're all coming out. And one of the guys sees a sign and says, "Hey man, Bill Britt." Can you believe? Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. He mentioned the name of an IBO organization, Bill Britt. Look at the impact. Somewhere somebody was in his living room showing him the plan probably. He may not have gotten started, but he remembers the name Bill Britt. Someday somebody will remember the name because you chose to continue the fight. You chose to do what it takes and go diamond and beyond. There's a beauty about this business, folks. There is no price tag to it. Money, absolutely, abundance, lifestyle, cars, houses. But very soon, those will not have any meaning to you. People's lives will have meaning to you. When you see a couple's hand being raised in your own downline team, it will be more worth than you going crown ambassador. When I see today Jwalant and Asha's hands being raised and their kids on the stage, priceless moments. Because somewhere, not just them, their children have been impacted. Understand, every one of us have the same power. Every IBO has an equal opportunity, right? It's an equal opportunity. We all have different pins, but we have the equal opportunity to impact people. Some of us are in the beginning of the journey. Some of us are in the middle of the journey. So some of us have impacted more. Some of us have yet to impact. But understand, you will be able to impact a lot of people. So it's an awesome opportunity. Never give up. Don't lose the smile on the face. Always have that smile on the face, because tomorrow is a brighter and a bigger